Okay. Hello, everybody. Today, I just want to talk about my general reaction to most of the things announced for 1.2, as well as just give a general overview of everything that was announced in either MiHoYo's live stream or their their post that they made before that. We're just gonna be covering it all. I'll give some of my opinions on some of the new stuff, but it's really just gonna be to cover everything that is coming. It's gonna be a very high level overview because things like the characters, the weapons, the new environment, all of that I'll cover more in detail in their own videos. But for now, I just want to have a quick roundup of everything coming in patch 1.2. All right. Again, there's only official things that have been announced, so I won't be covering any rumors or leaks. Um, so first off, let's talk about what everybody cares about the most. That is characters. We have two new characters confirmed for patch 1.2, both of them 5 stars. The first one being Albedo, a Geo swordsman who's going to play an important part of the first half of the story. And then Ganyu, who is a cryo bow user, who I don't know what part she'll play in the story yet, or if she'll even play a part, or is she just going to be a new character. We do know that both of them are getting their own character quest lines released alongside their banners. So again, Albedo's going to be first with his quest line and banner, and then Ganyu later on with her quest line and banner. Next, we have 4 brand new events confirmed for patch 1.2. The first one is going to be the title event. It's going to be called The Chalk Prince and the Dragon. This is going to be Albedo's story, and will be an event that has us exploring the new Dragon Spine mountain and unraveling its secrets, as well as getting a brand new weapon that will actually grow somewhat in power as we play through the event. Wait, actually, I forgot I was going to put this up. Okay. Sorry, forgot about that. This event has a lot of rewards. We can expect Primo Gems, another crown, the sword that I mentioned, as well as leveling mats and Mora from this event. Next, we have Lost Riches event. This one will have us act as treasure hunters, where we team up with Sealies to go hunt down mysterious treasures around the map. Suppose we will find a treasure book. We'll be able to accept like challenges or something from that, and then go hunt those treasures along with our Sealies. As part of this event, you'll be able to save up event currency and actually buy Sealies as well. They'll act as pets after the event is already done. They'll follow you around on all your adventures. They already gave a preview of that. And they also come in 3 colors. That is in the normal Sealy green, or it's a blue. I'm not actually that sure. In addition to a pink and yellow Sealy. Additionally, this event will have Primo Gems, leveling mats, and Mora, as well as other event rewards. Next, we have another event that I'm actually really hyped for, and that is the Hypostatic Symphony. This will be a boss rush mode where you're fighting all 3 hypostases at once in a new domain. I'm really hoping co-op is enabled for this, because for a long time I've been wanting a boss rush mode that I can play with my friends. So I think that'll be really cool, that'll be really fun. As well as that, the hypostases actually will have brand new moves added to their kit. So they will do something that's unexpected, which that also makes it a bit more engaging than just fighting the same thing we've been fighting since day one. Alright, the rewards for this include the regulars of Primo Gems, leveling mats, and Mora, as well as talent books and a brand new name card that you get from this event. And then finally, we have the Marvelous Merchandise 2. This will be the same thing as the first Marvelous Merchandise event. If anyone remembers, this is where you're given a hint of where a mysterious shopkeeper is every day. You go find him, you give him an item he requests, and then he lets you choose one of his gift boxes. Pretty straightforward. It's not going to be any different than it was last time, just probably new gifts and new locations. Rewards for this will be Primo Gems, talent books, AR experience, level mats, and Mora. It mentioned AR experience in the drops, so I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe just completing the mission every day will give you AR experience, which that would be really hype because, you know, the more ways we have to level up our adventure rank, the better. Especially for those stuck in the 40 to 45 range and really just try to make that push. It does get very hard at that point, and I understand that struggle. Additionally, I forgot to mention there is one more event called the Frost Bearing Tree. as the seal is removed. Anyway, I'm not going to read too much about the story. It's an additional event called Frostbring Tree, which has some really cool rewards for this event, which is going to include both Acquaint and Intertwined Fates, include both type of fates, another crown, more AR experience, a polearm crafting prototype, some new wings, a recipe, a new name card, level up mats, and more. This is going to be a really big event. I'm not sure which part of 1.2 is going to come in and whose story is really going to play into. But yeah, it's going to be called the Frostbearing Tree. Who knows? This may be more towards the Ganyu side. Unsure, but there's going to be another big event, as well as the Chalk Prince and the Dragon. Alright, back to the video. Okay, next we have the brand new location to talk about, and there's so much to cover here. Again, this will really be its own video later on, but for now, I just want to give you a high-level overview. The new location is the Dragonspine Mountain, found south of Mondstadt. It'll introduce several new mechanics, including a sub-zero climate, where you'll actually be able to take adverse effects the colder you get, which can lead to death eventually. There will be new ways to seek warmth, including like bonfires that are just around, little torches, as well as a new mechanic of a bottled warmth that you'll be able to open to heat yourself up. I don't know how you'll unlock that, or if it'll be unlocked for us immediately. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Albedo teaches us how to create that, because he is supposed to be a great alchemist. Along with the new environment, there are also several new enemy types are going to be added to the game, including a frost version of all the hilly trolls, a Cyclops witch, and a new cryo model of Mr. Cyclops himself. Along with that, there are a whole slew of new mysteries being added to the game and resources that we'll be able to gather. Those resources will be able to craft brand new weapons that will be craftable just from this region. I do believe that once this event is over, these craftables will still be there. We'll still be able to gather the materials, and we still be able to craft additional copies of these, letting us get max refinement one day down the line, or just letting us build out one of each if we want to. Again, I'll make a separate video to really dive into all the nuances that the brand new environment will introduce. But speaking of the brand new weapons, let's talk about those here. Again, this really deserves its own video, and I do have this video planned for later this week, where I'll dive into each of the weapons, who I think they're good for, how to build them, and then comparing them to other craftable weapons if they're craftable, or if they're not, then I'll just compare them to other swords in their caliber. But again, the sword that we're going to be able to get is going to be free, part of the event, so it should be looked at as a free-to-play weapon as long as you're playing during this time. Alright, so let's start talking about that sword. It's called Festering Desire. This will be the sword acquired through the event and will grow in power as we complete more of the event. To me, this may mean that we get R5 of the sword just by playing. If not, who knows what it means by growing in power. The sword provides energy recharge as a substat, and its passive will increase elemental skill damage and elemental skill crit rate, which I think is really large for some characters. Maybe Albedo himself could take use of this, maybe Bennett. We'll just have to see. Next, we have 3 craftable weapons as well, which all share the same passive. There are 3 craftable weapons that can all be discovered through the different mysteries of Dragonspine. So each mystery actually correlates to one weapon. First, we have a claymore called the Snow-Tombed Star Sliver, which increases physical damage for a substat and has a passive of hitting an opponent has a chance of forming and dropping an icicle on their head, dealing AoE attack damage. It deals bonus damage to enemies already affected by cryo. I don't actually know if the icicle it drops will deal cryo itself, or it just deals bonus damage to people already afflicted with cryo. We'll have to wait and see once the weapon's out and can be tested, or unless they give more information about that later on. Next, we have a Dragonspine Spear, also providing physical damage as its substat, and with the exact same effect. It is really just a spear version of the Snow-Tombed Star Sliver. Finally, we have the Frostbear, a catalyst that provides an attack as a substat, mainly because catalysts cannot provide physical damage, because catalyst users don't do any physical damage. But with the exact same passive. No other weapons have been confirmed for this patch, so we'll really have to wait and see how the passive of these weapons work. If that icicle does cryo, these weapons can be insanely good. If they don't do cryo, then they're really in competition with some decent weapons already, and we'll have to see which ones are better. Next, we have two brand new artifact sets, one for the cryo units and one for the hydro units. The cryo set is called the Blizzard Strayer. Its 2-piece set provides 15% bonus cryo damage, while its 4-piece set increases your crit rate by 20% when attacking an enemy affected by cryo, with an additional 20% if they're frozen. That's a total of 40% extra crit rate on frozen enemies. That's going to be really big, especially people running Chungyang, people running Zhengchu to get our Chungyang Zhengchu together. Especially, you're gonna be able to freeze a lot, and you're gonna be able to get this damage out a lot. With this, you actually should be able to skip building crit rate as a main stat and just be able to build right into crit damage, having that 40%, if not more, based on what character you're running. If you additionally, if you're running a elemental resonance of cryo, let's go check that real quick. I'm pretty sure if you're running an elemental resonance of cryo, yeah, you get additional crit rate of 15% for the resonance. That means you're gonna have 55% just by stacking these these two different passives. Additionally, each character already starts with a 5% base. That means you're gonna have a 60% crit rate on a cryo character running this set and freezing people. That's gonna be huge for them. Next, we have part of the depth set. It's going to be a hydro set, the 2-piece set, providing that 15% bonus to hydro damage, as most elemental sets do. In the 4th-piece effect, after using an elemental skill, your normal and charged attacks deal 30% extra damage for 15 seconds. I don't know about you, this set sounds handcrafted for child. This is child set. There are going to be some other characters who can take use of this, but this is going to be child set. And I'm very excited for it. As most people know, if you follow my channel at all, Child is one of my best characters. I've played him almost all the time now. I think he's an amazing character, extremely fun to play. And no matter if you have C0 or C6, this set is going to be amazing on him. Especially since at C0 you're going to want to be doing faster rotations with him. If just putting him out, proccing his abilities on everybody, attacking as much as you can, then switching him out to get the lowest cooldown on his elemental skill as possible. This set's going to be amazing for that playstyle as well. Alright, lastly, we have a couple of general changes as well. These are just small changes to the game itself, some quality of life changes, things like that. This includes the brand new glider being added, a new quality of life feature such as auto pickup items from domains. So after you clear domain, you claim its reward, they'll auto pick them all up for you, and a brand new UI menu will actually come up that shows you each thing that you've picked up in that domain. You can easily scroll through, check the stats on each of the items, and determine if you want to lock them or just leave them to be fed later on. As well as that, there'll be a new domain repeat function, where at the end of a domain, you'll be able to, instead of exiting, just say repeat domain. Again, that's another great function for saving time. There'll now be autoplay for cutscenes, so instead of having to constantly hit spacebar, hit X, hit your mouse, do something, you'll just be able to hit autoplay and just watch a cutscene play out. Additionally, there's going to be a private chat feature added to the game, as well as adding nicknames to your friends. So you'll be able to contact your friends directly, as well as giving them a name to know who they are at all times. Let's say I have a friend named Timmy, who always wants to change his name for whatever reason. I can just nickname him Timmy for myself, so I know who he is, instead of Dark Slayer 55. Alright, cool. Next, and finally, we're going to have a really big new system being added to the game, and that is a new Acquaint Face reward system. This will be a reward for every time you ascend a character from level 20, 50, and 70. You'll be able to claim one Acquaint Fate. You will be able to get this retroactively, so characters who you've already ascended that far will be able to claims these rewards. I don't know for you, but that's 40 free summons for me already, and that means I'll be able to get my 5-star my standard pity, a standard banner pity, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really hoping for Primordial Jade Spear. That's the one thing I've been wanting in this game. I'm really going in for Zhao when he comes out. I love Zhao. Obviously, that's not this patch, but like Zhao's just a big reason for this channel and for this game, and so I'm really hoping for that. But those are pretty much all the changes. I've probably missed a few here and there, but these are the main big changes that have been teased with it coming in 1.2. One of the last things I could mention is for new characters, there was a brand new character teased called Rosaria. Leaks say she might be a cryo polearm user, but with no confirmation on that, I won't speculate yet. Alright, but that's everything. If you've learned anything new, if you just liked the video, please don't forget to smack the like button as well as subscribe to my channel, as it really helps me grow out this content. Thank you so much and have a good day.